Okay, so on to the next track in Avar's Alcove of Musical Thread series, man. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's all been Portuguese music, and I've been absolutely loving it. If you're only joining us now and you liking this series, or you like Portuguese music, if you're only joining us now, you don't know if you're liking the series, obviously. But if you like Portuguese music and want to listen to something new, something absolutely incredible, then you can go back to the beginning of the series. If not, you don't want to do any of that, then skip the series. There's a lot more other music coming in other series. So this one over here is Alexander Search, A Day of Sun. But there's another name for him, actually, Salvador SOBRAL. Which I don't know why there's two different names, but on the actual video is Alexander Sun, A Day of Sun. There's no lyrics over here. There is a message from Rosa over here saying Salvador made an album just with poems by Fernando Pessoa, don't know who that is, adopting his heteronym Alexander Search. Okay, so he does have a different name. This is the song I like the most. I'm assuming that this is in English, because it's Day of Sun and I've got no lyrics. You put lyrics for everything else, so I'm assuming this is just an English song. In Portuguese, Dia de Sol. Let's rock and roll, let's see what we got. So obviously Portuguese artist. I'm thinking it's in English. I'm not sure. Good old typewriters. I used to love typewriters. When I was a kid, I had one, and I used to love that mechanical feel of the typewriter.
And in a strange way, and if I'm losing the one living whole, the limit that I call my mind, the bounded thing I call my soul.
Loving that piano.
I love the things that children love, yet with a comprehension deep that lifts my pinning soul above those in which life has yet thus lived. All things that simple are and bright, unnoticed and too keen one with a child.
I like that. All things that are simple are right. All those, we overcomplicate our lives unnecessarily, right? We tend to do that, and that's why we never get to see a day of sun, because some things are just simple. Some things just require you to drop your pride and drop your rightness and just accept that you can be wrong at times, right? That you can make mistakes, that you don't have to hold on to absolutely everything, right? And then there's a sense of freedom from that, you know, accepting that you are human and actually saying that when you're wrong, and it's like, okay, I'm wrong. And letting go of that, essentially. We love to complicate stuff. We love to make things bigger than they are. It's so simple. If you love somebody, love somebody. If you don't, then don't. And then just don't waste their time. Do you know what I mean? There's so many things in our lives that are actually a lot simpler than they seem, right? But we tend to complicate it. Why? Because we have to play into our justifications. We have to play into our delusions. We have to play into our hypocrisy. And what happens is that, you know, it's simple. Like, you know, this is such a simple thing, but you will not accept that, because if you accept that, you might have to show somebody that you're actually wrong, that you've actually made a mistake. So you'd rather just stick to that hard-headedness and stubbornness and be like, no, you know, it's just like, but this, the majority of stuff is very, very simple. And like Einstein said in one of his books, is one of the quotes I love the absolute most from him. He says, if someone cannot explain to you something simply, they don't understand it themselves. Right? So when someone comes to you and tells you that something is complicated, that's when you know they're talking absolute bullshit. Do you know what I mean? It's either they are ignorant and do not understand what they are trying to talk to you about, but trying to sound erudite as if they do, or they are trying to like pull the wool over your eyes and try and overcomplicate things for absolutely no reason because of their utter ignorance. But anyway, let's carry on.
Unnoticed and too keen one with a child's natural delight that makes me proudly weep at it. I love the heavens with a joy that makes me wonder at my soul. It is a pleasure not can cloy, a thrilling I cannot control. So stretched out here, let me lie before the sun that soaks me up, and let me gloriously die, drinking too deep of living sky.
It's just about enjoying the simpler things in life, right? So one of those simple things is the sun, actually appreciating it. Right? Actually appreciating, going outside and actually appreciating the small things in life, the most important things in life. Right? Going outside and feeling that sun on your face. Right? Because that day of sun actually provides a bit of sunlight into your soul, essentially. Actually just stepping outside the noise, stepping outside the rat race, and just taking in the things that are absolutely the most beautiful. Looking at the world, taking this veiled facade mask off this world and appreciating the smaller things, much like a child does. Do you know what I mean? A child just appreciates the world for what it is. It doesn't try to create a alternative sort of universe in which their ideologies can fit in better, where in their peripheries the world exists, but it doesn't actually exist because, you know, they kind of make their own worlds in their own mind and they're not living in reality, where a child just lives in reality. You know what I mean? A child tells things, says things as it is. A child will look up at the sun and absolutely love this and love that. And like, look, the sun, they actually acknowledge the beautiful things. Look, the clouds, look, the sky, look, the flowers, right? You don't really see things for what they are as an adult. You forget the wonders of the world until you actually have a child and realize that the wonders of the world are right in front of you and you are blind to them. It's actually ridiculous. It's something that I've learned recently. It's mad, but it's just human nature, man. That's everyone goes through that.
Thinking too deep of living sky. Swallowed of the sun and spread over the infinite expanse, dissolved like a drop of dew dead, lost in a supernormal trance. And in a strange way undefined, losing the one living whole, the limit that I call my mind, the bounded thing I call my soul. And in a strange way undefined, losing the one living whole, the limit that I call my mind, the bounded thing I call my soul, the bounded thing I call my soul.
Beautiful song, man. yeah, that one day of sun can actually do quite a lot for your soul. You know what I mean? That one day of sun means that you're actually looking into your life and introspecting in your life and actually being aware of the beautiful things in your life, right? Awakening to something, right? And that's, again, it's that one day of sun. It's a nice little metaphor for, the one day that you sort of wake up and you have a new consciousness to your existence and your purpose and your meaning. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!